of the big concerns of the elderly population is getting in and out of bed, as well as just kind of moving around in bed. Because sometimes, there's some back pain or some stiffness, it just makes you feel stuck. So one of the really important things to think about when getting in and out of bed is bending your knees to protect your back. You don't want to sit straight up because that's a little bit hard on the back. You want to bend your knees. And if you're feeling a little bit stiff because you've been sleeping all night and just in one position for a long time, you can actually move your knees side to side like that to kind of loosen up the low back. And you can even kind of hold them in one position just to kind of stretch. Does that feel okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Okay. And then the first step to getting out of bed is you actually roll onto your side with your knees bent up like that. Good job. And then you want to bring your legs off the edge of the bed. This is called a log roll that protects your abs and your back. And then you push up from your elbow and your other hand. How did that feel?
Great.
Good. He does it very well because he's had a lot of practice. Yeah, you have some back problems, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that really helps to do that technique. So now to get back into bed, you just kind of do the reverse. So you're going to kind of come down onto your side and bring your legs up at the same time. Stay on your side for a second, just to make sure you're secure. And then you would roll onto your back like a log. That's where the log rolling comes from. Is that doable?
I do it every day.
Yeah, yeah. The only other thing is just kind of scooting up in bed and down in bed if you want to kind of scoot wherever you want to be. So again, you utilize this hook lying position, and then you would use your elbows to kind of scoot your rear end back and forth and up and down.
Right.
Yep, you do that very well too.
Thank you.
Another concern is getting in and out of a chair. I've been told that there's nothing more embarrassing than being stuck in a chair at a restaurant or somebody's house and somebody having to help you out of the chair. So I like to work with the older adults and techniques on how to do it more independently. So one of the big concerns is you can't stand up from a chair way from the back of it, okay? You have to find a way to scoot forward, and that really helps with the biomechanics of it. So one way to scoot forward is you kind of push your shoulders into the backrest of the chair, and then you can scoot your rear end forward, okay? And then you can just kind of sit up there. That's great. And then the other way, of course, is you can just use the armrest to push forward. So now that he's at the edge of the chair, that gives him a mechanical advantage for standing up. So if you do have arms on the chair, which is always ideal, you push up, leaning forward a little bit, and then you go into standing. And you always want to give yourself a couple seconds in standing to make sure you're not dizzy or off balance or anything before you start walking. And then you do just exactly the reverse. You want to make sure to lean forward, reach back for those arms so you know where the chair is, and sit down. And he did a really great job of kind of getting his rear end tucked to the back of the chair so that he knew he was nice and secure in the chair. Now, unfortunately, sometimes you don't have arms in the chairs. So in that case, you use that technique, leaning back, scooting forward, sit up nice and tall. And now we have a saying called nose over toes, because you have to keep that forward momentum to get out of the chair and not fall back in the chair. So you put your arms straight out in front of you. Sometimes we say like Superman, just like that. Very good. He's very good at this. So come on back down just the same way in reverse. So bring your arms out, tuck your rear end back. Yeah, see how he had to lean forward to do that. If you really struggle, you can do a rock. 1, 2, 3, kind of like that, to give yourself extra momentum out of the chair. And another little troubleshooting thing, if the chair's really low, and you can see that it's low even before you sit down, you can use a cushion. This is one of our balance pads. A lot of people like these because they're real firm. But you can just use a cushion or a couple pillows to build the chair up, and that gives you a little bit of a head start so that you can get out of the chair more easily.